People here are warm, they are friendly, they are welcoming. I hope that you're able to visit the academy. I hope that you're able to tour these boarding schools that you're exploring. There are 2 students per room with common bathrooms in the hall. There are a few singles, but they're generally for upper class students, especially our proctors within the dormitory. The dorms are very safe, a strong sense of community in all the dorms. All the dorms have dorm parents attached to the dormitories. As I mentioned, I'm a dorm parent. I'm attached to one of the main girls' dorms on campus. So there's a lot of activities within the dorms. We have a dorm competition to compete against other dorms. That happens once or twice a month to keep the spirits up and the energy going within the dormitories. There are student leaders within every dorm. They are really your first stop if you have homesickness or some issues that you need to deal with within the dormitory. They're the first stop. Very helpful to have somebody your age to go to first and talk through some situations within the dorm. It's a big step in your young lives to leave home and come to live among a community. That's a big step. To live among other cultures and other people is also a big step for you in your young life. So we take it very seriously, and we want to help you through that learning process so that when you go to university, you know how to enter a dormitory and have proper sort of self-discipline and be able to communicate with your roommate and to deal with conflicts. That's part of the learning proposition of boarding schools in the U.S. is that you are entering the university prepared for that. People here are warm, they are friendly, they are welcoming. I think that we have a group of students that's very supportive. I think the faculty here are as well very supportive. I came here in 1994. I was only going to stay for a summer, and 28 years later, I'm still here. And part of that reason is because of the culture of the students who are very gracious to the faculty and faculty who are very supportive of one another, but also of our students. I hope that you're able to visit the academy. I hope that you're able to tour these boarding schools that you're exploring. I think families that come to Lake Forest Academy walk away saying, there's a very different sense of community here. And I think it is very palpable for those who visit to see the friendly smiles and the welcoming environment that exists here. So I guess that's my plea for you. Come to the academy. Come to Lake Forest Academy. Visit us on your way in and out of your tour of the United States. At Lake Forest Academy, we're unique also in that we're 50% day, 50% boarding. And we get this question a lot from boarding students. What is the interaction between the boarding community and the day community? First of all, I want to point out that Lake Forest Academy is not a day school with a boarding population. We are a boarding school with a day population. So we operate as a boarding school. Boarding is first, and participants are welcome to take part in almost every activity that we have for our boarding students. There are a few boarding-only events that happen within the dormitories, but day students are welcome to take part in all other events. We have activities in the evening, we have activities on the weekend. So I would say the interaction between day and boarding is pretty strong, and it's very mixed across the board in terms of the projects that we have in our classes, the sports that both day and boarding are involved in. Some of these natural, organic things that happen between the two communities that join the communities. We have an outstanding weekend activities program that I mentioned because we are so close to Chicago and kind of a suburban area. We, I'd say about every 2 weeks, offer downtown trips to downtown Chicago. Faculty sponsored, faculty will drive buses and whatnot. But that is also a way to join our domestic and our boarding communities together through these weekend activity trips to downtown Chicago, but also a lot of on-campus activities that happen on the weekends as well. If you can possibly make the trip to Lake Forest Academy, do it. It's a unique school in sense of its environment, in sense of the word vibe comes to mind. It's a very relaxed, supportive, friendly place, and I hope you will visit that. I would say as you enter your search for the right school, think about fit. Think about what you want out of this experience and ask yourself, will this school help me get to that point? There are a lot of good schools and there are a lot of good opportunities, but ask yourself what you want out of them. Don't just go by rankings, and that includes our ranking. Do some research, but also reach out to people in the community and find out if this is what you want. We want you to be happy at Lake Forest Academy. We don't want you to come because of our ranking. We want you to come because you enjoy this community. And I mean that sincerely. You know, I've been in the business long enough that there's nothing worse than having a student come to a school and not have a good fit anywhere in the U.S. That doesn't help the U.S. boarding in general. It doesn't help you as a family. So really seek out proper fit. In terms of the application process, I want you to be yourself. I want to know you as a person and as an individual. I want this fit to be good as well. So as you enter this, don't try to be somebody you're not. Be you. That's who I want to find out, who you are. And I look forward to meeting you. I interview probably 95% of the international students who apply to Lake Forest Academy. I've interviewed thousands and thousands of students, and I like a casual, fun interview. That is, that we can just open up and just have a talk like this.